are now listening to Lauer Road Radio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the #1 podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all. Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. What? Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Yeah. Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Let's get it.
What?
At Tanagra, when the walls fell, this is Dan Owings coming at you another time for Lauer Road Radio with my co-host, as always, Jason. We got Jesse in the room. Preston is playing a game on his phone, and Stella is on the ones and the zeros. How you doing today, Jason?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Harrison quit his job.
Really?
Which is unfortunate because I'm the one
Is it because he has to start school?
Yeah, he starts school Monday.
Yeah.
So he quit 3 days early.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave him the whole guilt trip.
Sure.
Finish strong.
Right.
How you finish one thing, how you can start another thing.
Right,
all this.
right.
Didn't work.
No.
So,
Well,
I don't know. Am I failing as a father?
yeah, but that's
That goes without saying.
that's not, that's
These
not
are
like
separate
the
issues.
straw that broke the camel's back. That camel has been dead for a long time.
I've tried. So our mom was pretty good at the guilt trip.
Yeah, one
Don't
of the
you
best.
think?
Yeah,
one
I'd
of the
say
best.
so.
And that was a tactic that worked on me. If she laid down the guilt trip really thick, I'm a sucker.
Yeah,
I've tried that on my kids.
yeah,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I've laid it on thick.
yeah.
And it doesn't matter. They
Yeah.
do whatever they want.
They just look at you like, or why are you still talking?
That's exactly how
Yeah.
it goes. Stella might have been the worst one.
Parenting is tough.
She really was, man.
Yeah.
She was just defiant.
Yeah.
She didn't care.
I get it.
Yeah. At one point, we took away everything: her
Yeah.
TV, her computer, her tablet, her phone, everything.
Fine.
Nothing. She don't care. But look at her now. She's redeemed herself.
She's
Still doesn't care.
she's serving donuts at Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
I rolled up on her yesterday.
Yeah.
We were in line, and I saw her reach out, and I said, "Savannah, is that Stella?" And she goes, "Yeah, that's Stella. She works there, remember?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And so we pulled up, and I had my phone ready, and I got up, and I just yelled at the top of my lungs, "Stella!"
That's the
And
right.
took a picture of her and sent it to the group.
Yeah.
She was not phased. She didn't care.
No,
She was like, "This guy."
This is her dad. So
That's literally what she said. I was like, "Do I embarrass you?" She's like, "No, my dad does worse."
No,
And I'm like,
no.
"Fair point."
yeah, the bar is very high.
That's always my goal, is to embarrass my kids.
You're good at it. One of the best.
Maybe that's why they don't respect me.
You know what? That's
I'm starting
worth,
to connect the
That's
dots.
worth sussing out. I would reflect on that for a
Children,
little bit.
clean your rooms. Dad, go clean your room.
Yeah,
Fair
it's
point.
true. It's a good point. I noticed the other day that I do this thing when I'm in a room that's dark and I'm looking for the light switch. Okay, so let's say you're in a room, pitch black dark,
Are you familiar with the room?
semi-familiar. I generally know the area that I'm going to, but it's not like my house where it's just like I can, And it's one of those things that you don't realize that you do until, I don't know, I think I've done this for years and I didn't realize that I did it. And then when I realized that this is what I'm doing, I then realized I do this every single time. And what I do is I'm looking for the light switch in the room, but it's pitch black, and I close my eyes, and then I'm looking for it. And I think that somewhere in my brain, I'm doing like a daredevil thing.
Like a Sonic.
Yeah, where I feel like if I close my eyes, my other senses will heighten.
Yeah.
I think that's why I'm doing that.
You could smell the light switch.
I don't know. Somehow I'll echolocate it in a way or something. I don't know how, but I did realize the other day. I'm I'm trying to find the light switch, and then I closed my eyes, and it did work.
Yeah,
I did find the light switch in the pitch black dark. So I don't know. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe it's just my own superpower.
Do you remember being kids? Our basement growing up.
Yeah.
There was one light switch that controlled all the lights, and it was just a big empty room. And it wasn't finished, and so it's kind of scary. It's got concrete walls, and
the electric panel was on the very back wall, and it had like red lights that would maybe were there and blink or something.
Yeah, there's definitely one bright red light like on the fuse box in the back.
Definitely.
And I remember shutting the light off and seeing that red light at the end.
Yeah.
And in my mind, it was a one-eyed vampire.
Yeah, same.
Okay. And we would immediately run up the stairs as fast as you can.
Yeah, and it was a spiral staircase that was like metal, and so you could hear it in the whole house. It made the whole house shake. All right.
Damn,
and then
what's
you just
wrong?
move on. Yeah, nothing's wrong. Just coming up from downstairs playing Nintendo. Yes.
Isn't it weird when you're a kid, just the scary things that don't really make any... Is there anything that you remember as a kid that still freaks you out today?
All that still freaks me out today?
Yeah.
Like things that were like...
So one of the things I know is like feet over the end of the bed. Like something's going to come up and grab you.
Oh, okay. How do you feel about that now?
Oh, I love the feet off the bed.
Sure.
I prefer my feet off the bed. I actually scoot halfway down my bed just so I can get my feet off the end.
Really?
Yeah.
It's funny. The other night, I was thinking about this because I had my foot off the bed, and I had the urge to pull it back onto the bed.
Yeah.
And I literally said to myself, "You're an adult. You're not scared of the monsters under your bed anymore."
But did you pull it back up?
No, I didn't. I actually left it out there because I'm a big boy.
So, if the question is, am I still scared of the things that I was scared of? When it comes to monsters under the bed in particular, we had a bunk bed, and I was scared of you. And I feel like I still am. So maybe the answer is yes?
That's a fair point.
Yeah. One time I fell off the bunk bed in the middle of the night. Remember that?
On a dinosaur
Plastic
that had
dinosaur.
the spiky back.
Yeah.
Oh. Like a stegosaurus or something?
Yeah. And I woke up midair. I was like, what? I was like, this isn't so...
I have vivid memories of that.
That was bad. That's when we put a railing on the top. That's when we're like, you know what? This is going to happen.
Harrison's calling me. Hold on. I'm sorry. I have to get this. Hello.
Harrison.
Yes, I'm doing the podcast right now. Can you wait till I'm done? We just started.
He said, how long is that going to take?
It's not like he's not here most of the time. He knows how long
There.
it takes.
Maybe walk over to Myers and I'll drive over there when I'm done. Either that or call Grandma. She can come get you. Call Grandma.
Come on, Harrison.
Call me back if you need a ride. Okay, bye.
Yikes.
Harrison needs a ride. I knew that was what the call was. He's at an orientation for school.
He's going to Tri Rivers?
He's going to Tri Rivers.
That checks out.
He's doing a
Yeah.
they have a video program, like a video editing.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's what he's doing.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You made that happen.
As is a Jason.
You're like, you're not going to use whatever you learn
Yeah.
in school anyway.
You don't need that. You
Yeah.
need it for this.
Listen, of all your kids, Harrison's the smart one. No offense, Stella. He should be in proper school, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just learn a skill. I don't care what it is.
Do we want to talk about the Mount Rushmore of things that you're afraid of when you were a kid? I think monsters under the
That's
bed.
a good Mount Rushmore.
Monsters under the bed for sure.
Yeah.
I think
Sharks in the swimming pool. Were you ever afraid of that? Like, so you see Jaws and you're swimming in the pool. You're like, I know there's not a shark down there, but still.
I think any body of water,
sharks.
river, pond.
But
Yeah.
is that specific to kids? That's what I'm saying.
Well, not now because there have been sharks
yeah.
spotted in like the Ohio River and stuff. So.
We went to North Carolina, and I kept on trying to watch like shark attack videos when we were back at the Airbnb. And Eric was like, "No, we're not watching it." Some guy was standing up there. He's like, Erica and Michaela had just gotten in the water. He's like, "Listen, I don't want to get you guys. You do what you want, but I saw a shark fin out there." And Erica came out. She's like, "We're not swimming." And I was like, "Why?" And she said, "The guy saw it." I'm like, "What are you talking about? That guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's an idiot." And we looked up the numbers. There've been like 35 people that have died from shark attacks since like 1920 or something like that. I'm like, you really think you're that self-centered that like billions of people are swimming every day? You think you're gonna be the one? You have a much better chance if we're gonna govern our lives by that, then we should have driven here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
I think more people die from lightning strikes than shark attacks.
More people die from vending machines And
I
that's-
don't believe that.
No, it's true.
I don't believe it.
People every year die because they shake them because they can't get it and it falls and hits and
I don't believe
crushes.
that. You've said that before. I don't believe it.
Google it.
All right,
Preston.
but before I do that,
Yeah.
speaking of lightning strikes, so I was hanging out with the Aethas, and we watched this video of this guy got hit by lightning 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Did
Did
he
he live?
Yeah, he's
Jinx.
alive. He's
That's
good.
crazy.
But like, it was
I get
3
the
separate
sense that
times
getting
in a row.
struck by lightning is not as big of a deal as they make it out. You hear
They-
people
There's
living all
burnt
the
marks
time.
on the ground from where he got hit.
Savannah watched a video on this, like what does it feel like, to get struck by lightning?
Yeah.
And she said one of the people had said that it was like getting kicked in the back of the head by a donkey, and then all of a sudden you just fall.
Yeah.
And then you wake up later.
Yeah.
So to be honest, it doesn't sound terrible.
You've
know-
experienced
Well,
that.
I know some Amish people that have been kicked in the face by a donkey. Mm-hmm. They're all right.
Okay.
So 37 deaths since 1978.
From
Sharks?
lightning strikes.
No, vending machines.
Vending
Okay.
machines.
37.
37.
Yes.
How many
Since
sharks?
1978.
Well, I'm just saying there's less
Okay,
shark
look up shark attack deaths. He's got to look that up. I just don't believe it.
people don't die from sharks very often.
Are these vending machine deaths in America?
Probably in Florida mostly would be my guess. And the shark attacks probably. Maybe they're connected.
On like average a year, there's 5 people a year that die from a shark attack.
Oh yeah. So in the last
Then-
6 years, there's been 30 people die.
That's such a low
Yeah.
number. And to be quite honest, with the number being that low of deaths, I've got to assume there's more actual shark attacks than there are deaths
yes,
from
those
it.
for sure.
In that case, I kind of want to be on the other end of a shark attack. You know how cool it would be to lose your finger and be like,
No,
Yeah.
no.
Shark
that'd
did
be
it.
so great, Jesse.
What if they what if the shark goes after something else that's loosely shaped like a finger?
a toe?
Sure.
Yeah.
Not as fun.
I'm just saying.
Not as fun because you can't show people what it did.
I'm just saying not every result is like a
You'd wanna show
cool
it.
scar.
Fair.
You know.
Fair.
I don't want anything to do with any animal biting me.
I just don't think
Mount
that-
Rushmore of animals to bite you.
Okay, all right. But we're going back to the kid one.
Yeah. Shark,
Bear.
alligator,
Oh, alligator.
dog.
Wait a minute. Horsefly.
Oh.
Mosquito?
No, they don't bite. They
They use a proboscis to stick you.
every once in
You
a
guys,
while.
you guys laugh. I know stuff.
No.
It's called a proboscis.
Yeah, no, it's like you're full of surprises.
Yep.
Why do I feel like Jesse? His pickup line was a girl. Want to see a perk?
I didn't
No,
understand.
I didn't understand either.
I knew where he was going. It's
Maybe-
not.
maybe
It's not
it's-
worth
maybe it's
digging
not-
into here.
Okay, all right. No, mosquitoes don't bite. Horseflies bite.
Horseflies bite.
When I picture a close up of a horsefly, I picture it have like big Teddy Roosevelt teeth. Don't you?
Teddy Roosevelt teeth?
Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt. Pull up a picture of Teddy. He was always like.
So I think shark, alligator, horsefly, and dog.
and dog, bear. I mean, they
I
kind of
think
more.
bears maul.
They maul.
Yeah. Dogs bite.
We're going to the Mount Rushmore of things that will maul you. I mean, what mauls other than a bear? I feel like you have to have arms to maul. I don't think a 4-legged animal can maul.
Well, like a puma. I
don't
think you can get
puma
mauled to
can-
death by
I don't think
a
puma can maul. Can a
I
puma
think a
maul?
puma
Yeah,
can
Puma
maul.
could definitely maul. Definitely. Have you seen those things?
I do look up the definition. I want the definition of maul.
How many tabs do you have open right now?
Oh, see,
So many.
See that? That's
Yeah, that's his.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Teddy Roosevelt. That's exactly how I picture a
Yeah.
horsefly's teeth. Okay.
Okay. Have you ever seen the fish with people teeth?
Oh, so
God.
Those things
those
freak
are
me
ugly.
out. They freak me out.
Yeah.
Definition of is a wound by a person or animal, scratching or tearing.
That's it.
Scratching or
Scratching
tearing.
or tearing.
So it'd be like-
So
Scratching.
a large cat.
bears,
Yeah.
A
large
wolf.
cats, wolves.
Wolves. And a person.
And a person. Yeah, a person. Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd be mauled by a person for
Wow,
sure.
I don't know that I would call it being mauled.
I mean,
All
Okay.
right, we're gonna go back to the Mount Rushmore.
So we got the maul, we got the biting.
Yeah,
And
we're-
what are we on?
We're doing the Mount Rushmore of
Childhood
things
fears.
that kids are afraid of specifically.
Old
So-
men.
What?
Old men.
Old men.
Yep.
Preston's on one tonight, guys.
Well,
I mean, no, genuinely, like old people used to creep me out when I was younger.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like.
Do they still creep you out?
Yeah.
Okay. That might not be a young person thing. You
That
feel
might
like
be a you thing.
clowns?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kids are scared of clowns.
Yeah.
So we're going to do clowns, monsters under the bed. What else are
Heights?
I just don't think that's kid specific.
Yeah. That's
What
the
about
point.
just the dark?
Oh, the dark.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
The dark.
Oh.
Jesse steals night
I
lights.
was gonna say,
The dark clowns, monsters under the bed.
We got one more.
We got one more. Peeing your pants in public. I mean, Jesse's
Yeah.
still.
I mean, I'm not afraid of it. I just let it happen.
Yeah.
That's good.
I say a public
Bathroom accident.
bathroom accident, which we all have from time to time.
So I
Some more
showed
recently
up.
than others.
Some more recently than others.
So every time I have a long road trip, I get nervous about a potential bathroom situation.
You've had so many on
That's
road
true.
trips. That's not
It's
irrational.
True. It's true. No, it's a completely
For you?
irrational fear.
But it's a self-fulfilling
And
prophecy.
so I do a lot of things to make sure that it's not going to happen. And I've like learned some tricks along the way. And on the way to North Carolina, I was doing so good. Like I was doing great. And I was like, man, I feel good. And as we were pulling up to the Airbnb, I was like, you know what? I kind of have to go now, but everything's good. I'm like, this is perfect. I timed it up. And so we pull up, and there is a code to get in the front door that they emailed us. And I said, well, let me just pull up the email. And the email was gone. And I couldn't find the email. Well, now I'm nervous.
yeah.
And they got cameras all around the property. So it's not even,
And
you
I'm
go in the
like,
bush.
well, story's not over. So I'm like, all right, let me find this. So I found the phone number of the person, and I called her, and she didn't answer. And I texted her, and she didn't answer right away. And I knew I could pull it up on my computer because I'd like saved it on my computer. So I told Erica, I was like, let me pull my laptop up out of the car. So I get my laptop up out of the car, and I'm trying to do it. And I was like, I told her, I just can't think anymore. I was like, I just can't. So there was a shed on the back of the property. And there was I would say, about a 3-foot wide kind of path that went around the shed between the fence, thank God, and the shed. And I just said, I just got to take care of this. So I went and I took care of it behind the shed. Nobody saw anything. There were no cameras there. I made sure. And so I did that, and then I could think clearly, and I was like, and then I did it immediately, and we got into the thing, and Erica was like, you got to clean that up. And I was like, well, it's in the, like, behind the shed. I don't know if anyone, she's like, no, you got to clean that up. I was like, I don't know how to clean that up. And she's like, just use one of Boomer's poop bags. And I was like, listen, Boomer's poop bags were not made for what just happened back there.
I think
So the next day when we were I was letting it simmer because I was like, we got 4 days. We got 4 days to figure this out.
It's going to rain.
So we were at the I don't know, the beach store that every beach has. And I was like, girls, do you want to build a sandcastle? Like, no. And I was like, let's build a sandcastle. And they said, whatever, Dad. Why are you talking to me? And I was like, Erica, we should buy this a shovel for the sandcastle. And I was like, this one's is like metal. And she's like, you just want to use that? I was like, well, partially.
the fact
It's
that-
going to have multiple purposes.
the fact that you're probably the most sophisticated person in this room, but you have pooped
Listen.
in more random places than the rest of like if we had to poll the Lauer Patch Kids on who they think poops the most in random places, it's
You would
Jason
win.
or me.
Yeah, you would be first, then
I'm
Jason.
second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was good.
I think Stella maybe would rank higher than you.
Unless you'd heard all the stories.
Unless you heard all the stories, of course. But
Yeah.
it's just every time you go somewhere, you come
Listen,
back with a, hey, I pooped.
Did you get my
on the side of the
GFS?
road." Your
text?
GFS.
What is-
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I did.
I put myself at GFS.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, we did get that.
Wait,
Is this the show that we're doing today?
I don't know. I mean, you at least.
I got a poop
Anyway,
thing. I got
I
a poop
used
thing.
into the
Of course
story.
you do.
I used the shovel.
Yeah.
I
Do you scoop it over the fence?
Yep.
Not my problem anymore.
I dug a hole and then
Like camping style.
then covered it up, patted it down, and thankfully the Airbnb host gave me a good rating because they and I was like, fingers crossed.
I did some yard work for you.
I was like, one star.
fertilizing.
This dude took a dump in my backyard. So that did not happen. She said, I'd love to have them back sometime. So
You're like,
Okay.
you don't
I
know.
did also classic. I literally it was a dog friendly Airbnb. She had 2 nice little dog dishes out. Within literally 30 seconds of being there, I broke one of the dog dishes.
Of course.
That was my foot just hit it. It hit another one and it just broke. And I was like, I just got to sit down. I got to be done. So anyway, all's well that ends well. But yeah, that happened.
I'll spare the GFS details.
We don't need to.
I'll tell you a poop story from today.
No.
It's not graphic. Went to work today. Get to our first job. It's an Applebee's. There's this lady that works there, and she's always very picky about our work. Mm-hmm. And she's just one of those kind of classic, grumpy old women. And well, I had to go. We drove an hour to get to this place. So I go to the bathroom. I'm sitting there. And all of a sudden the door opens. And I hear, oh, nope, I didn't know you were in here. And I'm just like, uh-huh. And then as she walks out, and I'll have to bleep myself here. She goes, you really have to take a bleep this early in the morning?
Oh, really?
And then she leaves. And then she goes to Savannah, who's working, and
Oh.
says, hey, is that your man? He's in the bathroom.
Your man.
Yeah. She goes, he's been in the bathroom for quite a while, and I need to clean it. I was there for 4.5 minutes. I don't
Okay.
know. I was frustrated.
That is frustrating. So, friend of the show, Charlotte Pugh,
Okay. Yeah.
came up to me the other day, and she told us she wants us to do the Mount Rushmore of places to eat candy.
Oh, okay.
She had that idea.
She's been sitting on it.
She said, I want you to do the Mount Rushmore of places to eat candy. So I said,
Okay.
okay, let's do this. So we got to do it.
Okay.
Movie theater.
Movie theater for sure.
Yeah.
That would be the first one for me.
A pool.
Yeah, pool, definitely. Candy at the pool.
Birthday party.
Do candy at a birthday? Because pinata.
Yeah.
What about on the sidewalk when you're trick or treating?
Trick or treating.
yeah.
Do you eat on the sidewalk? Do you eat it as you go?
I do.
I don't feel like I
Do
did.
you guys remember Myers used to have the little section that you could go scoop the candy out of the things into the
Yeah.
bag? You never just put it in the bag. You got to take a couple or a whole handful.
Does Rural King have that?
Yeah,
For
popcorn.
dogs.
What?
They have a dog treat section.
No, there's a section. It's
It's-
got,
I
like
think it's
jerky
bagged.
and stuff, and I'll eat some of it sometimes.
That's
and it's
dog
got like
food.
little biscuits.
That's
no,
dog food.
No, Jason.
That's dog. That's definitely dog food.
No,
Those are dog treats. Is
it's-
it when you first go in? You turn left.
Yeah, you turn left and you go. It's not the dog.
That's the
section.
dog section. Yeah.
There's like jerky.
Yeah, you pass the candy.
It's like pig,
and then
pig
there's
ears.
that's dog food.
Oh,
Rawhide.
Mount Rushmore, places to eat candy, pool, movie theater,
Trick or treating.
trick or treating,
Birthday.
Birthday. I
Well, what
just
about
don't-
like Easter? Like Easter candy,
Easter
eggs.
candy.
I don't know, like Christmas.
But that's not a place.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I feel like even trick or treating is not a place. It's like
It's an
a
event.
journey.
Yeah.
You know?
Journey.
In a van with no windows.
Yeah. Well.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Something.
Oh, wow, that took you a minute.
we don't need. We don't need. To
That
do
was my first thought, and I thought, no, Charlotte brought
This
this
is
up.
for
I'm not
Charlotte.
gonna.
This is
I'm not
not-
gonna
yeah.
bring
Charlotte,
it up.
do not ever
No,
do
stop.
that. No? Do we not address Charlotte?
No, leave it alone.
I'm sorry.
We're
I'm
trying
sorry.
to keep this. This is for Charlotte, Jesse.
Movie theater,
Yeah.
pool. We'll just say
Church.
trick or treating. Church.
Yeah, sure. I eat candy at church all the time.
They drink Kool-Aid at some churches.
That is true.
We do that at my church.
Should I tell the story? This Sunday I went to a new church. Did you know this?
No.
I tried out a new church this
Really?
Sunday. True story. Erica and I went to Columbus to the Greek Orthodox Church. The Church of the Annunciation is the name of it. It is like Catholic Light, except it was quite an experience. And I knew that I was not going to be allowed to take communion because I'm not Orthodox. Like I'm not like one of them.
Says who?
Them. They're the ones that get to say. So
I came from my other Orthodox church.
I'm curious what would have happened. So, like, when the communion time came, they started releasing the rows, like, one at a time, and they would go forward to take communion. And Erica looked at me. She's like, what are we going to do? And I was like, we're just going to stay here, and then people can walk past us. And she's like, is that going to be weird? I was like, I think it'll be fine. And other people didn't get up, too, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But the way they did communion, they have altar boys in the Orthodox Church, and they were holding a rag that was like this big.
Yeah.
And one kid on one side, one kid on the other, and then behind them, in between them, was the priest, and he had like a goblet. And in the goblet, and he also had a spoon. And people would come up, put their head over the cloth, and then he would spoon, same spoon, like 300 people, same spoon.
I'm not going to that church.
So I did not partake of communion. I wasn't allowed. And then the whole thing was very strange, very foreign. But I like these people. I read all of their I took all of their literature,
of course,
and I read all of it. And they're very conservative, though.
Yeah.
Like, these people are like, they're not woke in any sense of the word at all.
Yeah.
And so I do like that. And everybody was very nice. Like, the people that were there were very nice. But it was all very foreign. There was a lot of chanting. It was like, even when they read the Bible, it was like, and now we are going to read 1 Peter chapter 2. I'm not making that up. That is zero exaggeration. That's exactly
Was there
what
music,
happened.
or was it only
no music, no organ.
Yeah.
And da-da-da-da. And anyway, I don't know what was going on. But then at the end, everything was over, and 90% of the service was chanting. That's not exaggeration. At the end of the service, he said, the priest said, and now we are going to have the presentation of the cross, and then we'll leave. And then we see they're releasing row by row. They start in the front, and people walk up, and the priest is standing there holding like a little cross, and people kiss the cross and then kiss his ring, and then they walk out. Erica looks at me, she goes, I am not doing that. I was like, no, we're not going to do it. But this time, everybody was doing it. Even the non-communion people were doing it. I was like,
so what'd you do?
So she's like, what are we going to do? Because it's like getting closer to us. I was like, well, everybody's walking that way. When they release us, we're just going to walk this way. Yeah. And we'll just go out the door. And she's like, do you think that's okay? I was like, it's going to have to be.
It's like, it's either that or you kiss the ring.
Yeah, those are your choices.
You could give him a Zerbert, like lift up his shirt.
So
that would have been pretty great.
Yeah, it would have been unappreciated by them probably. But so the guy, he was like, you can go, and I was like, actually, we're going to go that way. But he was cool. He's like, yeah, that's fine. You go do that, So I'm not trying to kiss a guy's ring or kiss something that 150 other people just kissed.
It's the cross.
Mm-hmm. So it's not COVID friendly.
Oh, and they didn't take any of the COVID precautions, which is good.
I hope not.
I hope they didn't.
I hope they didn't.
But
they were spooning through the mask.
Yeah.
They were
Gives a little bit deep. That's how they know they got it in there.
Yeah.
And to slurp it through the mask.
They probably have the best immune systems of anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I'm sorry.
No, it was a different experience, definitely.
I mean, if that's what it took to get to heaven.
Was it a spoon or like a big ladle?
It was a spoon.
It's just a
ladle.
little, like a kitchen spoon. Or was it a holy spoon?
It was fancy. It was holy.
fancy.
There was no doubt it was a holy spoon. There were like rubies and emeralds on it.
Oh, there weren't physical holes on it?
What?
There weren't physical holes on it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Then it's not a spoon. It's a fork.
Or a ladle, a slotted spoon. There was a slotted spoon, but it'd be hard to take communion that way.
A slotted spoon is good for like baked beans.
I love a slotted spoon.
I love baked beans.
Uh-huh.
Did anyone slurp like loud? Like was there anyone?
There was a lot of chanting happening at the time, so I couldn't really hear anything over the chanting.
Beelzebub.
There was no, I don't know. I didn't catch Beelzebub. There was like a book that I found like halfway through it that I was like saw a couple other people, so I grabbed it, and it was like a book this thick that they
all the chants.
They go through every single week. This whole book.
Yeah.
Half of it's in Greek and half of it's in.
And is it where it's like color coded? The priest sings one part and you sing.
Except nobody was doing. It was just the priest and the guy and whatever. But then I could follow it because they were going so fast sometimes I couldn't understand what they were saying. So then I could follow it the whole time and understand what they were saying. That was helpful.
This is the feast.
Yeah, it was,
the victory for
that is so much more melodic than they were doing it. They had like 3 notes they were working with. That was like 5 notes. So
Do you remember doing that?
I did, yeah. Yeah, I did. I did cheat off the person in front of me though, because I pulled out the book and then I started looking through it, and then Erica, she just like turned straight to the page,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "How did you know where to go?" And she was like, she went like this, and she pointed. There was a lady in front of us that was
Yeah.
going through. So it was an interesting experience. I'm glad I did it. The
Yeah.
people are very nice. If you're ever looking for a good Greek Orthodox church, I would highly recommend you go to High Street in Columbus, and it was beautiful. You
Yeah.
know? It was really.
It's not for me.
I'm not going back. It's not- Should
Guys,
we do the
Yeah, hit the Netflix.
Netflix
I got big
suggestion?
news.
No, stop.
I got
Is
big
it-
news.
We've already hit the Netflix.
You know,
It's huge.
I feel like you've had strike 2. You know.
No, I'm beyond that. Can I talk through the song?
Sure.
music?
Talk through the song.
Yeah. Well, Dan says yes. Jason says no.
I'll probably delete it.
Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Netflix, I watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus.
Jason,
Amazon Prime, or
what's your Netflix suggestion of the week?
My Netflix suggestion of the week is found on Amazon Prime.
Okay,
I actually
okay.
rented it.
Oh.
So I don't remember the last time I rented a movie. I'm a buyer.
You are a buyer.
I buy the movies. I don't rent the movies.
You're also a seller.
I don't sell.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Once you buy the movie, I don't think you can
You're an
sell
importer exporter.
it. Importer, exporter, yeah. Anyways, do you know David Pilates?
I know Pilates.
Yeah.
Like it's like an exercise.
Yeah, so this guy, it's called Missing 411. It's a series of documentaries that he put out about people missing. So they go into national parks or forest or different preserves, and they just disappear, and there's no signs
Sure.
of where they went. They can't recover the bodies. They bring in whole search teams, and sometimes it's as quick as like someone turns around and turns back, and they're just gone, like gone. They never find clothes. They
Did
never
you know
find
this happens
artifacts.
in Japan a lot?
Yeah. So I have some thoughts. So this particular one that we watched, it's called Missing 111, the UFO Connection.
Missing 411?
Missing 411.
Okay. You just said 111, so I just want to clear it up.
I'm sorry.
Missing 411.
The UFO Connection. And this particular one, there were sightings in the area at the same time people went missing. And so he's trying to connect some dots. And he sits down and interviews with a FBI guy who worked with supernatural paranormal activity in the FBI. And this guy makes the case, very solid case, that there are other realms and other dimensions and portals that open up. And
Hard to disprove that.
It is hard to disprove it. I find that stuff fascinating. I like that type
And you
of stuff.
rented it.
I did.
Okay.
It was $20 to buy, and it was like $4 to rent.
Come on.
And it was a documentary. And eventually, it'll hit Netflix. I'll watch it again when it hits Netflix. But
Sure.
it's brand new, and the mother-in-law wanted to watch it, so I
she
went ahead
likes
and
that
rented
sort of
it.
thing.
Yeah, I do too. I
Yeah.
think it was fun. So
That's your bonding point.
that's our bonding point. We bond over UFOs, Bigfoot, alien,
Yeah.
ancient civilizations, things like that.
Yeah.
Time travel.
Sure.
The weirder, the better.
My Netflix suggestion of the week is we've been in quite a show hole, and I just want to thank everyone for your thoughts and prayers during this difficult time. We've gone back to Frasier. We'll always have Frasier to go back to, but as far as like a new show, and we've found a couple new shows here and there. Like we like that show Silo. That show is really good. Did you finish it?
Yeah, we did.
I like that show, but what we needed was a show that's like 8 seasons long with like lots of episodes per season, and that's what we didn't have in our lives.
It's hard to find.
But we found one. It's called Castle. You've seen it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had never seen it before. I had no context
Hulu?
for it. I think we're watching it on Hulu. I think. And
Is it Stephen King?
no,
Oh, I'm thinking something different.
I don't know what you're thinking.
Castle Rock.
This show.
I'm thinking Castle Rock.
I don't know Castle Rock.
It's fantastic.
This show Castle, I think it started like in the 2010 kind of time, something like that maybe. And there's a guy, he is a murder mystery writer in New York City, and he gets called into, like in the first episode, somehow he gets called into this case, and because someone is replicating the murders from his book. So the detective, who happens to be, I mean, these two are going to get together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, it's very obvious.
Bow, chicka,
From
wow.
episode 1, you're like, this is happening.
Yeah.
Okay. They're all like, we don't like each other. But I'm like, I know better. So
I've seen enough TV to know.
it's two attractive people. This is going to work out. So they call him in to help out with this case. And then he decides that he wants to base his new book character on this female detective. And so now he sticks around, and he got permission to, like, and so of course he helps solve the murders. And I mean, it's fine. It's not like it's not amazing. It's not as good as a lot of things, but it's
better than talking with your spouse.
Come on, what are we talking about? I mean, every once in a while, Erica's so proud of herself. There's like 4 episodes in a row where she called the killer like immediately. She's like, that's the person, But I was like, it's easy to claim that because, like, you say everyone's the killer, and then when you actually reveal who the killer is, she's like, I said it was that guy. I was like, yeah, you said it was that guy, and everyone else in the episode. You don't get to claim that. Now, if she hears this, which I'm not afraid that she will, because she's literally never listened to podcasts. Even the Dave Landau, she's like, oh, I'm so excited to listen to him. Like, if you say so.
Yeah.
But she won't listen to it, which is fine. So she was not going to listen to this. But she would take umbrage with that characterization. She would say that she nailed it, but I'm not going to give her that credit. So anyway, the show is called Castle, and we're watching it every once in a while.
It's filling the time.
It's filling the time. Michaela's seemed to enjoy watching with us. She likes to make fun of it a lot. She's like, oh, so surprising that the whatever. It's always the husband, So this last one, quite a twist, Jason. 2 murders that did not seem connected, and they couldn't figure out. And the husband had a tight alibi, but it turns out this guy and the other guy both found out that they wanted someone murdered. So they did the murdering for the other guy. He was a stranger.
Yeah.
You see?
I've done that.
No, I don't think she... So anyway, the show's called Castle. It's fine. It's got the guy from Firefly in it.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Okay, yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine. I like it. I enjoy it. It's fine.
It fills the time.
It fills the time as we're wasting away. Yeah. That's
Just
the
waiting
show.
to die.
Jesse, you got something to say?
Are you asking me my Netflix suggestion?
Sure. What's your Netflix suggestion?
Yeah. So Happiness for Beginners. It's this movie. This lady ends up getting divorced from.
It's a movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. From her husband, and she decides to go on this like nature hike to like reinvent herself. It's like a class where you go and you do like a 10-day
Who's in
nature
this
hike.
movie?
I don't know the guy's name, but he's from Yellowstone. He's one of the guys from Yellowstone. He plays
Kevin
Casey.
Costner.
No, not Kevin Costner. He plays Casey, the rugged, good-looking blonde dude that all the ladies are, fond of.
Aren't they all rugged and good-looking?
Some would say, yeah. But anyway,
To
he's
each
in
his
it.
own.
Yeah, yeah. So
Mount Rushmore of rugged, good-looking actors. Rugged. So Tom Cruise doesn't count. He's not rugged.
He's pretty.
He's pretty. These aren't pretty boys we're talking about. We're talking about rugged, good-looking.
I think Kevin Costner falls on that list.
Come on. What are we talking about? Of course. Liam Neeson.
Are we going to go all time?
Yeah, all
I
time.
think John Wayne.
And then their
Oh,
prime.
John Wayne. John Wayne, definitely. Rugged, good-looking.
Like in their prime or current. Well, obviously not John Wayne currently.
Listen, men don't really age.
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. He's the definition.
Yeah, that's it.
And he has been like a fine wine, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's only improved over time. Wait a minute. Charlton Heston belongs on this list.
yeah.
Brad Pitt.
No,
No,
he's pretty.
he's a
Also
pretty
pretty.
boy.
He's looking a little older now. He's looking
He's
a little rough
pretty.
now.
Trust me.
He got some stuff going on.
Trust me, he's pretty.
Dan, the obvious one. You're like, it's right in front of your face. Tom Selleck.
Oh.
Come on.
Tom Selleck, though, he's like his own category. He's like handsome. You know?
He's just daydreaming.
Distinguished gentleman.
Do you think he would? Do you think he would even be Tom Selleck if he didn't have a mustache? Like if
No.
he ever shaved it, like
No.
never gets another movie gig
Be
again.
like Thor's hammer, you know. No. So Happiness for Beginners. It's got a very good-looking actor from Yellowstone.
The chick gets divorced. She wants to reinvent herself.
It's a
She goes on this hike.
pro-divorce feminazi.
No, it wasn't too woke. I mean, it was just one of those things where from the beginning you knew her and this guy were going to
Did you watch it with Savannah?
Yeah.
Was Savannah like, she got divorced and things really worked out for her?
Well, and then seeing who she ended up with, the rugged, good-looking guy from Yellowstone.
Yeah.
I think she's actually her attorney drafting paperwork now.
Sure.
Yeah.
It lasted longer than most of us predicted.
Yeah.
So.
It was good. I'm pretty sure it was pretty clean. Nothing too.
Pretty sure it was pretty clean. It wasn't.
No, that was
It was a hard R.
I'm pretty. Listen, if Jesse Shrake says, I'm pretty sure that it was pretty clean.
Well, I can't remember anything like super. Like there was definitely no nudity. There was no bad cuss words. Maybe a couple of the not so bad
minor
ones,
cuss words.
It wasn't terrible. It was
Mount
pretty decent.
Rushmore of cuss words.
Wait, let's do it.
Oh, I got a good one.
I know the best one. All right,
George Washington is.
Preston. What are you watching?
I actually saw the new Turtles movie.
Oh yeah, it's got like the weird animation.
Yeah. It was pretty solid.
You saw it in the movie theater?
I saw it at drive-in.
Is it like the Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man?
Yeah, it's like
that
art
style.
Yeah. I liked it quite a bit. It was pretty fun. Paul Rudd's in it.
Paul Rudd.
Well,
Paul
Who
Rudd.
does Paul Rudd play?
gosh.
Paul Rudd plays. Oh God, he plays like I forget.
Casey?
No, he does. He plays a villain.
A villain?
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's poorly cast.
Is Paul Rudd rugged?
No. No, he's not rugged.
He's also in a class of his own.
Okay.
Perfect.
He plays.
Are the turtle voices people that we would recognize, or
No, they're all like kids or like teenagers that I've never heard of before.
gross?
But the movie itself was pretty solid.
It should be Corey
there's some-
Feldman.
Should be
Always Corey Feldman.
Why wouldn't it be Corey Feldman? Of course,
There
it'd be
was
Corey
some,
Feldman.
parts, but for the most part, it was pretty solid.
All right.
How is Paul Rudd a villain, though? You can't cast Paul Rudd as a villain.
When you go to the drive-thru, Jason, like you're pulling up to the drive-thru,
Fast food.
fast food, how clearly do you speak? Because I got you pegged as someone who speaks annoyingly clearly.
It's not as bad as Dad trying to text to talk.
Which doesn't work out, by the way.
I am in the car right now.
Stupid talk to text. That's,
Period.
That's how all of Dad's text ends to me. And it's a nonsense sentence followed by stupid talk to text. And then he gives up. He doesn't go back and try to. Now I got to hieroglyphics
fix.
this thing out.
At the very end of it, it just says delete, 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 delete.
I speak clearly at the drive-thru.
I would say you and I are probably on par with one another. I don't think Stella, do I over-pronunciate at the drive-thru? I don't think I do. I
Really?
think it's fairly normal.
Except for that McDonald's that has the robot
I
that takes
hate
your
that.
order.
I've-
Every time I pull up, I've
never done that.
Listen,
it's stupid.
anytime I've been at an automated place from now on, I just drive away. I don't even go. I won't do it.
Yeah.
I won't. I just won't do it. I'm just gonna draw a line, just like I won't order pizza from a foreign person.
And he will not say cupfection.
I won't say cupfection, and I won't order Domino's pizza
From
by
India.
talking to a guy in Polynesia.
Yeah. Just get the app.
I don't trust the app either. That's my problem.
I love the app.
I'm pretty much at a place where I can only get pizza at Payne's. Like that's because they still answer their phone, and they are Maronites through and through.
Yeah.
Spit on your pizza a couple times.
I would do Tubby's, but they only take cash. So, and I don't.
I'm pretty sure Tubby's takes like EBT too. I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah,
They probably do.
They probably do. So I don't know. I speak very clearly because I want them to hear what I'm saying. I will have 2 double junior bacon cheeseburgers.
I'm not that bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm compensating for their lack. Like I don't know why I went Bob Dylan there, but I feel like I overcompensate for the lack of pronunciation by them.
I went through Del Taco the other day.
As you do.
I'm the only one there.
Yeah.
I order
That place used to be blowing up, and now
the first 2 days you couldn't get through.
now
There's
it's
nobody
a
there
ghost
Because it's
town.
It is a ghost
fine.
town.
Because it's not that much better than Taco Bell.
Just-
But everyone knows Taco Bell.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm the only one there. It's me and Stella, and I get like 2 burritos and 2 tacos. So it's a very small order.
Come on.
I pull up. It's like $4 or $5.
Yeah,
Give them the
sure.
card. They give it me back, and immediately, sir, could you pull up around the corner? We'll bring it out to you.
I hate that.
There's nobody behind me.
yeah. Yeah.
And I'm that close to
Right.
saying, I'll wait until someone comes up behind me.
yeah. Uh-huh.
If someone's food is ready,
Yeah. I don't
That's
want to
fine.
stop that, but there's nobody behind me.
there's nobody behind
Yeah,
me.
I agree.
But
You don't want them to spit in your food.
I don't want them to spit my food
Well, and you know why they do that?
because it's on a clock.
yeah.
and they get measured by it.
Yeah.
And I totally get it.
Their bonuses are the manager's
Not my
bonuses.
fault.
Yeah, fair, fair.
Not my fault. And there's nobody here, so you ought to be able to make it in 30 seconds. It irks me.
You know what really irks me sometimes? When you pull up to a construction site, like construction on the road. By the way, our second cousin, whatever, that's what Jonah does now. He's like a sign
The
guy.
flag guy.
Yeah, he's a flag guy.
Okay.
Anyway, a lot of times there'll be a guy holding a sign that says slow. You know, like, and he's like, you know, you can come through, but you got to go slow. And those guys annoy me because they always want me to go faster. They're always like, and I'm like, it says slow. I'm going slow. It's like, come on. And they're trying to get me to go so fast. It's annoying. I don't like it.
It doesn't say slow 5 miles an hour.
It just says slow. And for me, it's just like I'm going to drive as if at any point someone walked right in front of my car.
Yeah.
I could stop.
Yes.
That's how slow I drive. But they don't want me to drive that slow. They want me to drive, I don't know how fast they want me to drive, but faster than I'm going.
Their sign should say slow.
They're always like trying to speed me up. Like, what do you know?
Yeah.
It's annoying. That's all.
I'll get there when I get there.
I'm as the sign says, I'm going slow.
Yeah.
I'm a sign follower. Not really. I disobey a lot of signs.
Have you ever, I know people that do,
Sure.
name their vehicles.
Yeah.
Do you?
Zippy.
Patricia.
Do you name your vehicle?
Yeah, Patricia.
Patricia, Preston, you don't.
No.
You have a Zippy
Zippy.
that you name it that?
Our van's name is Zippy. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
The old van that got the car, the tree fell
Yeah,
on
yeah.
it, was named Monty.
Monty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't do that. I don't know. I just think it's weird.
I was really hoping that when you started this, you were gonna have a really cool name for your creeper van.
No.
Like, hey, do you guys do
Well,
that?
let's
Yeah,
do
I
it.
don't.
Let's name Jason's van. Let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah,
Fred.
Chuck.
Chuck's
Herbert.
pretty good.
Herbert. Yeah,
Herbert.
I was. Preston, this is the one time that I'll say
Herbert's pretty
That's
good.
perfect because I was
Like
thinking.
Herbie the Love Bug.
Bert.
No.
No.
Herbert from Family Guy. Come here, little
Oh,
boys.
okay.
You want some candy?
No, nobody likes it when you do that.
I do.
Okay, so Herbert.
No,
Oh.
Okay.
I'm not proud of that.
All right, Jason, we're rounding third. I got some really good stuff here.
Teddy asked
I
me
didn't
the
get
other
my
day.
thing.
He said, if rat
I'm getting
poison
the thing.
is past its expiration date,
Yes,
is it more deadly?
it's less deadly.
Is it?
Which son?
Teddy.
Wow, that's a good question for a young kid.
If rat poison is past its expiration date, is it more deadly?
No, it's less deadly.
Then why does it have an expiration
yeah.
date?
Well, because you want it to be fully potent. You like what they're saying is if you use it past expiration date, it might not kill the rat. They might just like it.
So if it's several years past its expiration date, it might not be dangerous at all.
Turns into like a splinter. It
Yeah.
mutates
It just
them.
turns into rock candy.
4 baby turtles.
Turns into Bebop.
Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah.
Come on. All right,
Go.
Jesse, what's
I
your
got
announcement?
a very, very big announcement.
Okay,
Some
you got
people
2
would
minutes.
say it's a huge announcement.
Okay.
Ohio is going to get its first Buc-ee's in Huber Heights. They've announced
Where's
it.
Huber Heights?
Dayton.
Yeah, Dayton area.
Okay.
Yep. And they're getting a Buc-ee's probably sometime next year.
That'd be very close to Tim Hatfield, who's a
You know,
big-
I was thinking when I was
Yeah.
going to say this, I was like, you know what? I'm going to say, you know what? Suck it, Tim. you know, because Bucky's is great. And listen, he said, "Were we sleeping on sheets?" Which, first of all, I liked him. Tim's a good guy, you know, but
Sure.
Sheets is not that good.
Not compared to Bucky's.
No,
I've never
no.
been to Bucky's.
Bucky's is fantastic.
It is when they bring it when it opens at Huber Heights. I'll come pick you up. We'll go.
I'm a get and go guy. Tulsa, Oklahoma. You're going.
It's a Dave Jones.
It is a Dave Jones.
I've got some more stuff.
All right. Well, you're running out of time. I've got some gold.
What do you got?
Are you kidding? You're going to waste this.
Yeah,
I'm
you mean
gonna
do a
waste
throwaway one?
This. I got a thing about. No, I'm definitely not going to use that. Costco, the cracking. Oh no, I'm definitely going to use that. I saw this sign the other day outside of the Marion Palace movie theater that said, "Ask about our Viking River cruise raffle." That's all the sign says. And I don't know. I just pictured myself walking in and being like,
So what's the deal with the Viking cruise?
I'm here to ask about the Viking River cruise raffle. Okay. You know, I don't know.
Just walk out when they're done telling you.
I mean, they told me to
Yeah.
go in. I said I follow signs. I feel like compelled to just ask about it. I just want to ask about it. I'm not interested in like.
I have an inquiry. Make it a formal question.
That's what happens when you get really old. You just do stuff like that.
I'm just about there.
You guys ever get those things in the mail from car lots that say like scratch to see if you won, and it's like you scratch and it's like, oh, Ford Fusion, you won. I was in a car lot one time and an old man walked in and he just had the biggest grin on his face and he walks up to a salesman and he's like, hey, great news, I won, and hands him the thing. And the salesman's like, that's not how this works. And he's like, but it says so. And it's like he was waiting. He was so happy about that. And I was
Like
that
you win a key to check to see if you win the car.
No, it was I meant at the bottom it had fine prints like you did not really win a car, whatever. But he knew
Those things
coming
are
in.
stupid.
That should be illegal.
This should be illegal. It probably is.
Aaron and Riley have a story about that.
Okay, so wrapping it up. If you have not watched the last
This is the
two
wrapping it up
episodes-
segment.
The wrapping up segment. Mm-hmm. So a couple things. If you've not watched the last two episodes, go back and watch
They
them.
were bangers.
Share them. And I had one person reach out and said you should have let Jesse talk more.
Who's that?
Her name's Danielle.
Okay. Let
Ooh.
Jesse talk more.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she.
Thank you, Danielle.
She told me I need to give. I'm not gonna. We're out of time now. We can't do this now.
Yeah.
But she told me you need to give Jesse 3 minutes of uninterrupted.
Oh, I
talk
feel
time.
like that's good. Just
That
give
would
him a
be-
segment.
and then he's done talking.
And I'm done for the whole show, minus like Netflix.
No, you got
no.
3 minutes.
Listen, I'd be fine with that. I'll come in, do my 3 minutes, and leave.
It's a shrakement
Shrekman. Yeah.
instead of a segment. All right, this is Dan signing off with Jason, reminding you to always keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats.
Sit, Bubba, sit. Good dog.
I have spoken.
Good night, Lauer Patch Kids, especially Danielle.